If we want to solve this equation that has fractions, we're going to ultimately multiply both sides by the denominators. But before we do that, we need to figure out what is this denominator made out of. If I factor u squared minus 3u minus 10, thinking of two numbers that multiply together to get negative 10, but add up to negative 3, we end up with negative 5 and 2. So this factors to u minus 5 times u plus 2. Then looking at all of our denominators, we see a u plus 2 and we see a u minus 5. So we're going to multiply both sides by both u minus 5 and u plus 2. And then what that's going to accomplish is all of the denominators are going to end up being canceled. Okay, so let's say here on the left side, I need to distribute this through. Now when you multiply what's in blue times this first fraction, the u minus 5's cancel, and you're left with a 1 and a u plus 2. Okay, then if you distribute what's out front here in blue times the next fraction, the u plus 2's cancel, and you're left with a plus 5 and a u minus 5. On the right side of the equal sign, when you multiply, the u minus 5 and u plus 2 cancel both of them, so the only thing left is 11. Now this equation looks a lot easier to solve. We're going to distribute the 1 through, so that's going to be 1 times u is u, 1 times 2 is 2, so u plus 2, and then 5 times u is 5u, 5 times negative 5 is negative 25, equals 11. Combine a few like terms. U plus 5u is 6u's, and 2 minus 25 is negative 23. Then move letters to one side, numbers to the other. So let's move this minus 23 over by adding 23 to the 11. And I get 6u equals 34. Then finally get rid of multiply by 6 by dividing by 6. This fraction can be simplified. These two numbers are both even. So dividing 34 by 2, we get 17, and 6 by 2, we get 3. And we have our final answer. This one is going to check out, but it's worth noting that every time your original equation has a variable in the denominator, you must substitute the answer you get into the original equation to make sure that it doesn't lead to dividing by 0. If you put 17 over 3 here, 17 over 3 minus 5 is not 0. 17 over 3 plus 2 is not 0, and 17 over 3 squared minus 3 times 17 over 3 minus 10 is not 0. So it doesn't lead us to divide by 0. It's not an extraneous solution. So 17 over 3 is our final answer.